am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better Right Square podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on, everybody?
Chilling, Mark. What's up?
Super 7's trying to steal my money.
Wow, they don't stop.
They don't. They just
stop.
don't. They put out, like I told you before the cast, and I'll tell you on the cast now, that they announced the Turtle Van. I think you know what? I saw it when we were casting last week. They popped up the picture. Oh shit, they're doing a Turtle Van, and I said it on the cast. So this time they actually announced it. They actually announced it. It's about 20 by 13 party wagon. It's supposed to be like kind of a remaster of the original party wagon that I actually just recently got of the remastered version one anyway, and it's supposed to be based on that. Has a hefty price tag, but it's gonna be a huge piece of fucking thing. Like it's 20 inches. 20 inches is fucking long. So I'm like, me even thinking about getting it, I'm like, damn, where the fuck I'm gonna put that?
Well, it's built for, like you said, a newer series of figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's big, right?
It's built for their Ultimate Super 7 Turtle figures, which they're not tall, but they're wide. They're big. They're bigger figures and stuff like that. So, so it's coming out. Has a $450 price tag if you do it from Super 7. If not, Big Bag Toys, I think is doing it for $500, but free shipping. And I think Entertainment Earth is doing $450, but it's like $100 shipping.
Got you.
So if you're interested in buying that, I want it to do good, but I also think it's a really big price tag for $450 for that. I would have, like, honestly, if it was like maybe $250, I would have probably took a chance, but that $500 price tag is tough. That's ouch.
I hear you.
I'd rather honestly, I would go for original edition of the original Turtle Van for probably that same price.
For that price, wouldn't you just buy one of those giant figures?
Yeah, exactly. I'll get a hot toy.
Galactus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's too much.
So what you say, Mark? Is it a buy or is it a pass?
I'm going to pass on it. It's $450, and I honestly don't think it has enough to make it worth my $450. Like, there's no lights, there's no sounds, there's no anything like that. It comes with a bunch of little accessories. It's detailed, but it's nothing enough to sell me on a $500 toy.
Okay.
It's still a $500 toy.
Got you.
I'll buy an Xbox Series X instead.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, yeah.
I'll paint it as a Turtle Van.
Listen, if you say that, in a week it might just be a real thing, because the last one was the fridge,
yeah,
right? But then they had the custom Halo Xbox I just saw like yesterday.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks really cool, and it has some special features, which is kind of one of the things I like about the custom Xboxes, even back to 360 days.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it has like if you turn the lights off, it has like a galaxy effect or something like that. It looks cool. It actually looks cool. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. We just finished the Sentai, and we did 2 casts yesterday. So we did Shell Shock and the Morphin cast. We did Sentai Deca Ranger, which I highly recommend everyone to watch. That was a really good series. So I'm gonna give you like a little preview, and yeah, definitely listen when it comes up. It's a really good cast on it, and I recommend watching that series. It's really dope.
Well, who's the main team? What's
So it'll be SPD.
The Zordon archetype guy. Who's the
Doggy.
bad guys? What's the difference?
No, so Doggy Kruger is named Doggy Kruger in the Sentai.
Okay. That's
Yeah, he's
interesting.
Doggy. But Doggy in the Sentai is more in behind the scenes. Like he's not going to help you every single. You have to be dying for him to go help you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you use him in like emergency only. So the Shadow Ranger wasn't a prominent, like he wasn't on every episode. The Omega Ranger, on the other hand, is the quintessential like Sixth Ranger, and he actually acts like the Sixth Ranger. He's not a blue orb; he's actually a person, and he actually has a really good storyline. So that was something I think that won Sentai over SPD. The Sentai Deco Ranger over SPD is the fact that the Omega Ranger was actually a character.
Okay, all right.
And it was a really good character. So definitely check it out. It is a preview. Yeah, check it out. I got some new figures. I got 2 Skeletors. I got the original remaster Skeletor from Mattel, and I got the Revelations version of Skeletor.
Do you know what the dates are? Like, at least not the exact dates, but how old are they? Like, is this last year, this year?
The Masters Universe Origin series, they started I think last year.
Okay.
So they're supposed to be just remakes of the original figures.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing different, just like exactly the remake of the original figures. And then the Revelations ones came out when the show came out, so that was about last year as well, the beginning of this year. And they're bigger scale. They're about 7.5 inches tall, and it looks like the Revelations version of Skeletor.
So for those figures, the newer ones, right?
Yeah.
Did they go for a classic look? As in, are they new figures that are made in a classic style, which is kind of like unique for the He-Man series of toys, or are they standard?
Are you talking about the Revelation one?
Yes, yeah. Do they go like make it as a nod to it, or is it like does it have the traditional new style, with the arms and leg joints and things like that?
I will say the Revelation figures are more like the DC McFarlane's in a way. I'll say that's where I would compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Origin figures are like the old wrestling figures back in the AWA.
Right, yeah. That's you said that's a remaster, so that's what that is. But I'm curious about the new ones. Like
it looks like the show, the He-Man Revelations. So the designs and everything like that look like the show. So they're a bit more muscular. They're kind of more anime-ish looking. But the size and scale wise, I'll compare it. I won't say Marvel Legends. I'll go more to the DC universe because they're not as bendable and posable, but they're made for like I guess for just to have accurate poses and stuff like that, but not like you're not doing no split. You're not like, he's not doing a split.
He doesn't have the toe joints, does he?
Exactly. he ain't doing a split for you. There you go.
Gotcha.
But they're cool. They look really cool.
Do they have actions? Is that a thing?
No.
Okay.
I haven't opened them, so I'm not 100% sure though.
Okay. I'm just wondering because again, like He-Man is a series of toys that one of the things that did set them apart, even from regular action figures, was that they kept that traditional. This toy does this thing. This toy does that thing. So I thought they would keep something like that in the new one. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I only got Skeletor, and Skeletor never really had any.
Yeah, no, he just had the waist that turned. That was default.
Yeah, that was about it. I'm doing the reason why I'm getting those villains is I'm planning a super villain shelf. So far of 80s cartoons. So I'll try to get characters from the 80s cartoons more than anything, or early. I'll get early 90s if I can find certain people.
Okay.
Like Don Karnage, if I can find something of Don Karnage, I will definitely put it in there.
Didn't they make anything of him for the new cartoon?
No, I do. What I do think I could possibly get is the McDonald toy.
Did they make? You mean the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could probably get that.
Was it a car?
No, it was like him in his plane.
Okay. Yeah. I know they all were like half the figure and half a vehicle.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Baloo. Like it was Baloo in the plane.
Yeah.
I forgot. Wasn't Kit just himself with his little surfboard?
Yeah, I think so.
Thing?
I think so. Like I actually looked it up because I'm thinking. So now I'm putting myself into this position of getting like the 90s villains, and it doesn't have to be like accurate. It could just be cartoon characters that I really enjoyed, but like 80s, early 90s. So that's where I got Skeletor. I got Cobra Commander. I got Starscream, Soundwave, and Megatron. I couldn't just pick one. I wanted all three. I got Shredder, I got Crane, I got Bebop and Rocksteady. So those are some of the ones that are my favorites of the Turtles. And then I'm looking for some ones too. Like I was looking at the ones that are possible too. I'm not gonna go crazy in the bank for some ones. Like I will get like, I don't know. Like again, like I was saying, Tailspin. I will get like Karnage if they have like Darkwing Duck figures.
Yeah, let's say they have a Nega Duck figure, right?
Yeah. I have a Pop.
They have a new one. They should have a new one.
Yeah. I think if they
I
have
know they
Pop,
made figures for the new Darkwing Duck.
They did. Okay. All right. So I found a mini Dark Karnage for $5.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, who are these? Kellogg's cereals had. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did have a bunch of Disney toys. True.
Oh, this was what I was looking for. Yeah, I just found it. Disney Tailspin McDonald diecast. So they were like metal airplanes, and you had Baloo, you had Kit, you had the little girl, and you had the repair dude. Fuck, what's his name? Damn.
Not Louis, right?
No, he was the
Louis was
repairman, the
something
doofy
else,
dude.
yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. God, I forgot his name. Yeah.
Yeah, they have him. Damn. All right, whatever. Let me not look. Oh, I just found Dark Karnage. How much is it?
Is there a Fat Cat around there somewhere from
Fat Cat
Rescue
would be dope
Rangers?
too. I don't know. Like, I don't know why I'm putting myself into this right now.
I mean, no, you can find. I mean, can you find? I know he wasn't originated in that era, but because they constantly would recycle 70s, 60s. I guess there's even 50s and 40s cartoons, meaning Popeye.
Yeah.
They got a Bluto.
You know what's funny? There is a Bluto figure that's coming out now. I think I forgot what company's doing it because they did Popeye and now
Is it Sinbad the Sailor?
Nah, it's just regular
That's my
Bluto.
favorite Bluto.
Yeah, it's just regular Bluto.
Man,
Wildcat, that's his name.
Okay. Oh,
He was the repairman.
What character was he from? Remember, because they all have a Jungle Book analog for the most part.
He was.
Who the hell was that?
I guess.
Or was he just new?
Nah, I think he had a look of something. He was like a doofy cat. I don't know who he was.
Okay,
though.
gotcha.
Oh man, I'm looking for Don Karnage though, and shout outs to Don Karnage.
Also, I realized, they didn't make. I remember you told me about the, damn it, what the hell's the name? The Gargoyles guy.
Yeah.
The bad guy from that, but he's not the real bad guy that anybody remembers.
Nah, they did like the. I think he was like towards like the second season or something. Like he was
He
like
has to be near the end. I see his name is Tylog.
Yeah.
So
I want
there's no
Xanatos.
Xanatos. Yeah, exactly. I mean, no, there's no figure of Demona, but I mean, if you want just a representation, they do have the chibi one.
Yeah. But yeah, I was looking for there's actually a figure of Don Karnage, and I'm trying to actually find the full action figure.
Mhm.
Playmates made it, but the only one I see is in bad condition. You know what?
See,
Let me not.
some of the other ones I don't remember because who's the bad guy for the Stone Protectors? Do you remember him?
No.
I don't.
You know, I have not seen Stone Protector. You know what? There's a big chance I have it though.
What about Biker Mice from Mars? I don't remember the bad guy.
Was the fish dude that wore a mask? And they have the grease dude, and then yeah, it was mainly him.
Street Sharks. I remember the professor.
It was the professor. I didn't like him though.
Yeah, I didn't like the drill faced.
Yeah. So my rule is I had to enjoy them as a villain.
Fish? I think was the other
Yeah,
one?
he was like a piranha.
No, not the main guy.
Oh.
He and his henchmen. Remember, there was the lobster man. There was a lobster-looking guy.
Yeah.
And the other one had the drill nose. I think it was.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember, like, what the
I
hell
remember for the
was
toy
that
more than the
originally?
character, because I didn't like Street Sharks.
No, me neither. But it is memorable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Goddamn Street Sharks.
No man, that might have to be something. You know what? That's something we probably should like maybe do just to see if we still have, like, maybe after we redo the movies, is do like the first 6 episodes of certain cartoon series.
There's a lot of disappointment incoming, let me tell you.
Yes, there is. Trust me, I'm watching intros right now.
Just remember the show Cops and hearing that it's bad.
Yeah.
What else is it? What, Police Academy? You want to watch Police Academy?
Police Academy.
I know who the bad guy was in that one. I mean, does Frieza count?
Yeah. Frieza.
Does Frieza
Yeah,
count?
Frieza was a villain. I wasn't crazy about Dragon Ball though.
Really? You ain't like
I was
Frieza?
never big into Dragon Ball Z, and even to this day, I will try to watch it and I'll lose interest in it like really fast.
See, you should have seen you should have seen the Spanish version of Dragon Ball Z.
The Spanish one was a good one. I remember when at that one point I was in Puerto Rico. I was living there for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like maybe 12, 13, and I remember seeing Dragon Ball Z in Spanish there. It was really dope.
Because they basically translated the Japanese version and they didn't censor it.
Yeah, and
So,
they had manly voices.
Yeah. But I got to see the Frieza saga completely in Spanish.
Yeah.
But it was uncensored, so you got to see when Krillin got blown up. They didn't just cut away.
Yeah.
Got to see, I think, when Frieza like shot that laser. I forgot who it was. Was it through? I'm looking at the guy, Vegeta. I think he shot it through Vegeta's armor.
Yeah.
He just dropped. Like, yeah, that was pretty dope. Who else existed in the 90s that was a prominent villain? I'm trying to remember. Like that was a kid's villain.
You want to know how much is
The Predator.
full
There
set?
you go.
You want to know how much is the full set of Tailspin figures 1991? It comes with the truck. It comes with the plane too.
How much is that?
Just give her a round trip. This is the whole set, so it's like 2,
20
3,
bucks.
4, 5, 6, 7 figures and the airplane.
$20.
Huh?
$20.
No, higher.
Really?
A lot higher.
Oh. Why the value so high for that? Come on. $100.
No, higher.
Still?
A lot higher.
$150. No. Higher than that?
$550.
That makes no damn sense.
$550 for the full set with all accessories and the airplane.
Are they boxed and everything?
No, they not. But they do have the back box and everything, and they're really good condition.
Man, get out of here. Stop scalping. Get
that's
out of
it.
here.
Why am I still looking through this? I don't know. I'm just trying to find a Don Karnage. That's the only one that I'll be interested in and how much I can get it for. So Don Karnage outside, not open, like not in box, but in great condition, is $30.
See, that's reasonable.
And it comes with shit. I might actually have to get this.
That's completely reasonable.
It's in really good condition. I'll show you.
And that's from the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on, man.
I might.
Come on.
I'll show you.
That's not even. I mean, that's not really a hassle. I would like if you're going at least from the collector's route. That's not a bad investment. $30.
I sent you the picture of it.
Because you're never gonna see that again. But if you mean to tell me they want the whole set for the other stuff for $500, get out of here.
Yeah.
Stop scalping. I see it. It looks good.
It looks good.
I mean, he looked a little
good.
goofy in the eyes, but whatever.
Yeah. I would like to actually get it like mint. Actually, no. I actually found one. But you know what? It's not in as good a condition. See, that one actually has pristine paint. Like the paint is on and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I found one for like $13 that has really bad paint.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, damn. So, you know what? Let's get back into this cast because I'm getting distracted by trying to buy something. So,
I hear you.
But yeah, I'm trying to do a super villain theme kind of thing. I'm just doing my favorite villains of like the 80s and 90s cartoons. Why? So
Who was the bad guy from Exo Squad? Is he one of your favorite villains?
you know what? I remember him, but I don't think he was my favorite villain.
Okay.
So
what about the bad guy from King Arthur: The Knights of Justice?
Do they even have figures of them?
They had something. I believe they did have something because I remember seeing Arthur.
I remember seeing Arthur too.
That's about it. What about Conan the Adventurer? You
Conan the Adventurer. I never really watched that.
Rathamon was the bad guy. I only know that. 'Cause
I
it's the
do
same
have
one from the movie.
the Shadow Master from Double Dragon.
From the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the white hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. I mean, you know what? I gotta give the show credit because the show was funny. The show was actually really goofy, and I appreciate that. It has one of the worst fighting games ever made. Holy yo! Have you played Double Dragon 5, the fighting game?
Oh, that was trash.
It was hot garbage.
Oh man,
and some of the toughest AI ever. Why was that bad game so hard? Come on, man.
These are ugly ass figures.
Who you looking at?
King Arthur and the Knights of Justice.
They had some? Okay.
Yeah, they actually have figures. Yeah. All I remember from that cartoon is the theme song. Other than that, I cannot tell you anything about the story.
What about Superhuman Samurai? There you go.
Well, Kill 'Em All. I don't think he has a figure though. The one that Tim Curry talked. I know exactly what you're talking about. He was cool looking too.
He was cool.
I have the VR Trooper. I think it will line up being Brian Steele's dad, and it was like he was kind of like a mercenary with the little scar on his fucking helmet. I have that too. Like I have a lot of shit. Like I have like a whole box of figures in my mom's house which I could go through. I have the Tick. I have some of the villains from the Tick. I know I got the Chairman.
Oh, Chairface.
Chairface. Yeah, I have that and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway.
I never really had Saturday morning cartoon figures. The only things I had really was X-Men.
X-Men, yeah.
The Spider-Man. Well, it was just comic book. X-Men, Spider-Man.
I'm hoping that that Hasbro does the animated version of Magneto.
I mean, I think they'd be missing out on that. Like, why would you not do that? Why would you do Mr. Sinister and not Magneto?
And for that matter, I would like a Rogue.
I thought we went through it. We had our suggestion. They need to do the Storm and the Rogue from the first episode with when they were in the mall with Jubilee.
Yep.
They need to do Magneto. Are they doing a Cyclops?
I would like Cyclops as well. They didn't announce that one though.
They need to do the whole original team at least. Jean Grey, where's Morph at? Somebody needs to make a Morph from the cartoon with that scared face. Wolverine, look out! And then you're dead.
And then he's dead.
That's it.
Yeah.
I would love to know and gauge how popular that character was.
Yeah.
Because I just remember, man, he died and went away real quick.
And they brought him back as a bad guy. He had like the bags under his eyes.
And then he became good and disappeared, and that was it.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of shit. So I gotta go through a list of cartoons that I remember watching and I enjoyed, and then I'll probably nitpick of like some villains from it. And probably.
But you know what? You have to make a list of shows you have to exclude, because if you add, you cannot have the toy lines for comic books that were not the show toy line.
Okay.
So X-Men, you can't. It's a double-edged sword because there was no direct X-Men. There was no X-Men the animated series.
So that's So that's the reason why I was like, I hope they do an animated Magneto, because then that will fit, because that would be that cartoon version of Magneto.
But with that said, you could pick Batman the animated series.
Yeah.
Because they made a specific Batman the animated series toy line.
Yeah.
And Superman, for that matter.
They do have them too, but they also, McFarlane did the animated series Joker and Harley as well. So I'll probably look for those because they just look better.
Yeah, and they have that specific, like Fox 5 look anyway. So this is true.
Yeah. So,
but like, I also remember the movie Batman with the belt, the all black one with the belt that had the little string attached because it had a motor inside. I remember that. Do you know how long that worked? One day. I got one day. That belt did not work. Those figures were trash. They came in a nice gold with the cardboard and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute trash. The worst.
Yeah, it was bad.
Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah. So now I got to make a list and see where I'm gonna go with this list.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
All right.
Damn, I was just thinking about even Spider-Man counts because he had an animated line.
I do have a lot of those.
Yeah, I had a lot of those too. But you know what? The funny thing, and this is interesting because his line basically became the show line.
Yeah.
Like there, until his cartoons ended, there were, I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there were regular Spider-Man toys.
Yeah.
They were almost always connected to his show because they all had that background.
Yeah,
they all had the blue background with the webs on it. So
and they were all his 100%. His figures were the animated series.
So that's an interesting
I
wonder why they did that with the X-Men. They was just like, nah, this ain't even show related.
It was two different companies too.
Well, it was both Toy Biz at the beginning.
Biz, but Marvel's Spider-Man was not Saban. Saban had the rights to the toys, and that's why they didn't make the actual direct toys of the cartoon.
But who was putting up the molds and stuff? Was that it? Was I would imagine that was all Toy Biz.
Yeah, it's all Toy Biz.
Because you had to. I would only say that because you would have to go back to the style of the art, the articulation. Because it's just like you could just look at a Toy Biz toy from the 90s and go, "That's a Toy Biz toy."
Yeah.
Because of the way they were shaped and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a whole interesting thing. The guy that does the YouTube show that does the retro look. Do you know if he did those, like that era of specific toy lines? Like I think you know the guy I'm talking about is the white guy with the I think he has a goatee and like he did like Samurai Pizza Cats like a while ago.
Oh, you're talking about Toy Galaxy?
Yes, thank you. Like I wonder if he went through the 90s toy. I think he would have had to. That's like one of the most popular for that.
You know what? I think he did because I remember watching it. I think he did X-Men and he did Spider-Man toys.
Okay.
Toy
I gotta check
Galaxy. Let me see.
Because that's something I'm interested in. Because you saying that they were two different, like coming from them. Like, oh yeah, you're right. When you watch the end of the show, they have different logos. So
yeah. Because Marvel, Spider-Man wasn't part of. Because even when they teamed up, the X-Men looked completely different because it was using their animators.
That was a thing that stood out a hell of a lot.
They use the same voices though, but they didn't do.
True.
I'm looking right now, and I think.
Wait a second. Speaking of, I didn't even want to skip over it. Wasn't there like a new trailer for Spider-Man like last week or was it week before?
Yes, last week, and it looks. I can't wait. I cannot.
Now,
wait.
who? Because obviously it's not really spoiling anything. But what characters did they show that was brand new? Did you see?
So they kind of showed a goblin, and you don't know exactly who he is.
Do they give it a specific color? Do we know it's Green Goblin, or could it be like...
Green Goblin, because Green Goblin is there, but there's another Goblin that's in the glider, but kind of has the goggles on. Kind of looks more like the Amazing Spider-Man version, but we don't know 100% because you don't get a good clear look at him. I like the new look for Electro.
Okay.
I personally didn't like the Dr. Manhattan look, so I was fine with him getting a different look. Doc Ock, they showed Lizard, they showed and Sandman they showed, but they showed Sandman as a big ball of sand and not the actual costume, so you can't really tell what he's wearing or not. But you also don't know who's going to be the sixth person, if they're actually going to do a full Sinister Six. There's a lot of things that I feel
Kingpin. Wait.
Kingpin.
Was it the Kingpin always?
No, Sinister Six was
that was
Doc
the
Ock.
game.
Yeah.
That was the game. No,
Doc Ock
is the other person?
It looks like Doc Ock is going to be helping Spider-Man and not fighting him. So that's one thing I caught from the trailer that I have a curiosity that I think Doc Ock is going to help Spider-Man.
Maybe a bait and switch?
Maybe. So I'm very curious. I'm tired of... there's so many fan theories right now that I honestly had to like shut that link off of Spider-Man movie because there's so much like weird shit that they're talking about, and I just got tired of listening. It's like, you know what? The movie comes out in like 3 weeks. I'll wait till 3 weeks and then watch it and then figure it out. But it looks really good. I saw the trailer in like big screen yesterday because I went to see Ghostbusters Afterlife, and the trailer was there, and it looks fantastic. I cannot wait for it. I think it's gonna be probably one of the best Marvel movies, period. And I think they've been doing a hell of a job with Spider-Man, and I just can't wait to see what they're gonna do.
Is this the characters? I mean, is this the actor's last Spider-Man movie?
Technically, he's been hinting that it is. I have a feeling it's not. I feel like they are gonna go more into the Sony stuff with Venom and things like that. But I feel like we're still gonna see him as Spider-Man for maybe 1 or 2 more movies.
Okay, gotcha.
And an Avenger movie, most likely, because he's supposed to take the place of Tony Stark and the Avengers.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then yes, I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife last night and yesterday morning, and that movie was fantastic. That movie was done really well for fan service, done really well for just a new person watching Ghostbusters, and that shit will take your heart. That shit will like hold you, like make you sad. And the way they did it, I think they did an amazing job in how they presented everything. So definitely check that out if you guys get a chance. Ghostbusters Afterlife. It came out this Friday, so definitely check it out.
Okay. Is it streaming as well?
No,
they didn't do that.
It's in theaters. Yeah. So I went to theaters.
Is this the first one that they? Is this like the first big release that's been straight to theaters and no?
No, they did quite a few so far. Like Venom was straight to theaters. It hasn't been on a streaming thing yet. So yeah, this it was good. Like I highly recommend checking it out if you're comfortable enough to go to a theater. I go early because there's no really people there, and it was quite empty when we went there. It was maybe like seven other people there, and everyone was spread out pretty well. So
yes, sir.
So let's go. And I bought the popcorn case.
Is it as far as the movie? Does that universe? Is there a universe? First of all, do they keep things from going from the first to the second to the third movies?
So, from what the movie, and to try not to spoil anything from the movie, from what I got from this movie is part 2 does not exist.
As in the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, that don't exist.
Okay.
So this is supposed to be a lot of years after the first movie.
Okay.
And that's how they kind of like presented it.
That's it. Nothing from the third one or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
It plays around with like the remastered game though. Like if you played Ghostbusters on the 360 or the remastered version, that it plays a lot with the story of that game. So like there's a big plot part of that game. It's directly from there. The only difference is they go to hell, and in the game they go to hell and fight the final boss and things like that. Other than that, in the movie they don't go to hell. But other than that, it's really good.
All right, that's cool.
But it was a really good movie, really good cast. I think the person that they got for Egon's granddaughter is perfect. Like she resembles that guy to a T, and I think she was really perfectly cast for that.
Are these as far as actors and actresses for this movie, it was like a brand new bunch of people, like fresh faces you never seen before, or are they people?
Paul Rudd is in it.
Okay.
Paul Rudd's in it. The kid from Stranger Things is in it. So you know him from Stranger Things and things like that.
Okay, cool.
Who else? Other than that, like, yeah, it's they're new to me. I don't know their work that much, so they're kind of new to me. But yeah, they're known actors and other stuff, but it's just I haven't seen anything from what they did.
Okay.
But it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it.
All right, good. As long as people are saying and you're saying it's good, that's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna like hurt your heart a little bit. It's gonna make you sad. That's all I can say.
Also, I just want to shout out to the. Somebody posted up and I missed it because it came out a long time ago.
Yeah.
But there was this battle rap between Piccolo and Kami, I think it is, that I saw. And it was way too good. It didn't make any sense on why it was so good. It was Piccolo and Gohan versus Kami and Mr. Popo.
Yeah.
They got the voices spot on. So it is just now I see on Big Bad Toy Store in the clearance section, they have a SH Figure Arts King Piccolo.
Nice.
The first thing it just reminded me of was that fucking battle rap. Like, isn't it because it's not King Piccolo? King Piccolo is Piccolo's father.
Yeah.
But it's just how he looks. He looks kind of like Kami because he's older.
Okay.
Oh god, that's just got me. It's rent free in my brain now. It's hilarious.
Oh man, I'm guessing so. They did not. So I'm looking into their videos, and I don't think they do have an X-Men cartoon.
They don't have an X-Men. All right, there you go. He's got something to do.
There you go.
How you go back and do like Samurai Pizza Gas? He did VR Troopers. He did a bunch of stuff.
G.I. Joe.
Like, stuff that G.I. Joe.
Thundercats.
Like, you think about it, you name it.
Maybe.
Did he do James Bond Jr.? Somebody needs to do James Bond Jr. What's up with that?
So,
I had a James Bond Jr. figure. Did you?
There's a chance I did because there was a lot of times those were like marked up in the bins.
Hell yeah.
I love those marked up
toys. Bins. KB with the $2-3 toy. Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, I got the whole Stone Protector set within $20.
I know. The one time I think about it now, and you talking about how those the set of Tailspin figures were marked up, like, obviously it's years later and they're like 500.
Yeah.
Man, the stuff we could have cleaned up with, if you just spent $20 at KB Toys and kept that shit.
I still have, I believe I still have all the Stone Protectors.
Because I remember how I refused to buy certain figures because I thought they looked like crap. But I when I caved in and bought like the bargain bin, and I think you might remember this line. It was the X-Men figures, and they came with Weapon X, and then they came with the Wolverine with the black suit on.
Yeah.
And then they came with like Maverick. And it was like two other figures. I think it was like Albert and another one. And you just looked at all those toys and like, man, these suck.
Yo.
And there's two Wolverines in here. I don't want none of these.
Yo, I have the Storm Protector villain. You
do have him?
I have him. I did because I don't know who the fuck he was, and I kind of googled him, and I swear I had this figure. Okay. It's like this frog looking dude.
I think it was the leader, the one that had the two swords.
I had the one that it was in the Kung Fu gi, the martial art gi.
No, I did not have that one. Gotcha.
He was the leader, and then they had the military. They had a wrestler. They had.
Man, he is gross looking.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a Ninja Turtle bad guy, actually.
Yeah. I think it was
okay.
Did Playmates make these? I think they did.
No, I believe so. Yeah. I think they had a commercial with a jingle and everything. So
yeah, I have this whole set. I definitely have this whole set.
Okay.
It's in my mom's. It's in my toy bin in my mom's house. But I definitely have this whole set.
Gotcha.
What am I doing? See, I open these holes and I just put myself into these big holes, and I'm like, why am I doing this? But you know what?
That's it.
That shelf is gonna take its time, though. I'm gonna take my sweet time with that shelf and just build it up little by little. Mm-hmm. I'll show the progress on my Instagram.
So make sure you stay tuned to the Merc with the Mic.
Yep.
Instagram. Well, what was the thing you said? Was it for the wrestling?
Oh, for the wrestling figures. Yeah. I did it on Twitch, so I'll post those videos up on YouTube. I don't think it's on Twitch anymore, but I was able to save them.
Okay.
I just tested it out. It was. I didn't really care if people were watching or not. I just was like trying the cameras out and things like that. So, but I'll definitely do it again. I'll do a schedule of unboxings now because I have a ton of things I may be unboxing soon. So, I'll do it little by little with the Twitch channel.
Gotcha. Good stuff.
All right.
hanging out with Matt Cardona and yeah, Smart Mark unboxing stuff.
Yeah. I look at 100%. I look at their shit and I'm like, all right, I could possibly do that.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, and I'll give them 100% credit too, because they got me. I blame them too.
I mean, listen, I could blame them, but then again, I also like thank them because when they share links, they share their promo code. So listen, anything that they ever get you to buy, you cannot say they did not try to give you 10% off.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Yep. Ringside Collectibles.
Don't pay full price. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was looking because they have a Thanksgiving sale right now.
Oh boy, I don't want to look. I saw the new Macho Man. I don't want to look. I know he's not out, but I saw him. And he's the black and white. He's the commentator Macho Man.
Yeah.
And they said he's gonna come with the soft goods jacket and stuff. Oh man, I don't want to watch. I don't.
There's quite a few in that series. I definitely gotta get.
Mm-hmm. I still got to get an Oscar. They made an Ultimate Oscar, right? That's new, right? Isn't that new? The one with the new mask?
Yeah, it's not Ultimate
with
though. It's
the beads
elite.
on it.
Yeah, it's Elite though.
Oh, it's just a regular.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know what? Tommy found it the other day. I already have a good. I have an Oscar, so I try not to buy.
Did they make an Ultimate Oscar though? I'm trying to think.
No, they have not made an Ultimate one. They should, especially with her
100% they should.
Especially with her jacket. Yeah, they definitely.
When we were doing the to also shout ourselves out, the Wrestling Bible earlier today, I was looking at on WWE's website. They had Sasha versus Asuka from last year, Summer Survivor Series, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, man, Asuka was so good.
I miss Asuka.
Get well soon, lady.
Yes.
But like, she deserves all the figures.
Yeah, I kind of want the RVD.
Yeah, it looks really good, and the box looks cool too.
I like the new box. I like the dark blue shit. I think it pops. It looks really nice. I saw them. Oh
shit! You know what? Shout outs to RVD because didn't he get married like last week?
Mm-hmm.
That dude is winning.
Yep, all the wins for RVD. Yeah.
I think that's about it. I mean, I could talk about Halo, but I didn't play it.
Yeah, I heard good things though.
Go watch Chugs on Twitch TV if you want to see some fun Halo gameplay.
Or barge in Jinky's house.
Dialogue.
Or barge in Jinky's house and watch him play.
Just knock on the door. Just ask real nice. Can I watch you play Halo? I got a sandwich.
Oh, he'll definitely he'll play.
He'll let you.
There you go.
Also, I recommend check out the various Grand Theft Auto Trilogy compilations, the bug compilations, please, before they get taken down or something. They're suing modders, so who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they are hilarious.
Yep.
The game should not be so broken.
Yep.
It shouldn't.
All right. So now we're going to get into this movie.
Unfortunately.
So this is our 2 decades of superhero comic movies from 1978 to 2000. And our next movie that we're going to give a verdict today is Darkman 3, Die Darkman Die.
This should have been the title of the last movie. Because this one did not need to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So what is the stats on this one?
So this was, I don't think this had a theater release, but on...
It didn't, it was actually straight to TV?
Yeah.
Or VHS or whatever?
It was a straight DVD movie, yeah, definitely.
Wow. All right, well, I mean, if that's the actual case, I kind of think it feels appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be as harsh.
Yeah. I'm going to try to see...
I believe, so I have it. It says, in the U.S., it debuted August 20th, 96.
Yep.
It doesn't say where, though, like what network or whatever, so I don't know if it debuted on the USA Network or something like that. I have no idea.
Well, this is when you had straight to DVDs, and I think that was probably the release date.
Well, 96, I don't even know. It was probably straight to VHS still.
VHS, yeah, and DVD.
So, let's see. Let's go down the list of the usual suspects.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's interesting. They lead with is that the villain as
Yeah.
the first person they have?
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird. Jeff Fahey is the villain.
Yep.
But he's the top listed star here, above what's his name, Arnold Vosloo played Darkman,
Yep.
aka Dr. Peyton Westlake. Darlene Flugel as Bridget Thorne. Roxanne Dawson as Angela Rooker.
Yeah.
Nigel Bennett as Nico. Alicia Panetta as Jenny Rooker. She's somewhat important. Trying to see who else was there. Not much anybody else was of real importance.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Not really.
And is there anybody of note like that was like in this movie that we should know?
No.
None of our usual suspects from the other movies show up though.
Yeah.
Our favorite Mongolian doesn't show up.
Any of the henchmen, none of our favorite henchmen show up.
Yeah, they don't show up.
There's no one in here.
Shame.
Yeah. This was directed by Bradford May.
Has he done anything that you would know?
He did cinematography for Monster Squad.
He did one episode of Smallville.
There you go.
And one episode of Supernatural.
Yep, and nothing else.
That's about it that I would know.
Yeah. He did a lot of TV show stuff.
I see a lot of TV movies specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole list is up to TV movies up to 2018. So
he did Darkman too.
Recent. What? Excuse me? He's the director of Darkman too? Makes more sense now. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know Sam Raimi was gone in the first one, but now I see who the guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he did the second one. So it's his fault that we got sequels of Darkman.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you have to think about it this way. Somebody had to have watched the second one.
Yeah.
If you went out and paid money to watch Darkman 2, shame on you.
Yep. But I also don't think that didn't come out in theaters as well. I think that one was restricted to DVD as well.
If you paid money for a Darkman 2 VHS, shame on you. Well, then again, I can't shame you because you were probably thinking it was going to be good like the first one.
Yeah.
So I can't. I don't know if you can tell we beating around the bush. This movie's not that great. It's not terrible, but it's not great.
No.
It's completely serviceable, but I think it shouldn't have happened. I'm trying to see what did this movie do to push Darkman forward, and aside from the one plot point of him trying to finally perfect the formula to make the faces permanent, not degrade in the sunlight. That's about it. What ends up happening in this movie is the character Peter Rooker is like I think he's running for DA, right? He's a high-powered. I don't know what he is when he's not, because he's running for the district attorney.
Yeah.
I think he's like a politician.
Mm-hmm.
But
a lawyer. He has to be a lawyer if he's running for district attorney. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
evil.
He's
lawyer.
crooked as hell, though. That's the thing. You're immediately showing that he's crooked as hell.
Mm-hmm.
He's involved with some type of illegal steroids, and then it turns out that what he's trying to do, or rather, when he meets Darkman, right? He then he becomes fascinated with basically trying to recreate Darkman without the burns. Yeah. Because he sees that he's super strong. Yeah. That's what he wants. He wants to make super strong thugs. Exactly. He wants to make an army, or at least his little private army, basically.
I think that was probably one of the few scenes that just made me laugh, because it was just ridiculous, and it kind of reminded me of the first Ninja Turtles episode, is when Shredder was trying to get people to volunteer to become mutants, and Bebop and Rocksteady and all the punks were there. That's exactly what it reminded me of, and it made me laugh.
You're not wrong. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's true.
And it's like, and they just bang each other's heads, like, oh, if you don't feel pain, look how strong I am. Look how strong I am.
Yeah, they would beat each other up.
Yeah, so that's...
yeah, I mean, again, the movie does have its moments of like humor and stuff, but like they're nowhere near the first movie. It just isn't.
Nah, it's not the same quality or anything like that. Even the actor is not the greatest actor for the character he's playing. We don't got my man, this dude, the first movie, Liam Neeson, fucking cursing and being angry and shit like that. And I think that's what really made the character. This dude is like very.
Yeah, because I don't know if I don't remember if in the second movie they cured his anger issues, but he still has his inability to feel pain.
Yeah.
And then at one point that becomes a plot point where they try to use that to trap him.
Yeah.
Dr. Bridget Thorne, her character, she says he planted a tracker in some crate that he stole because Darkman was going around. Because again, Darkman is basically a homeless scientist. He lives in, like, I don't know, like an abandoned subway tunnel.
Yep.
Kind of like Blankman.
100% Blankman, because he used the same vehicle. He stole Blankman's motorcycle.
Except it's not as dirty and beat up.
Yeah.
More practical. But that's his situation, and to get his equipment and materials, he has to steal it, basically.
Yeah.
Like part of the thing in the beginning of the movie
intro.
is he basically impersonates one of the drug lords that works for the main villain, and steals the steroids that they're dealing, and like $100,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes him enemy number one of our main villain, Peter Rooker. So at a little further in the movie, we get Bridget Thorne, who, because of the stuff he stole, there was a tracker in it, and so she finds his lair. Obviously, Darkman doesn't trust her at first, but then she tells him she was one of the doctors that worked on him in the first movie when they found him like in the water, and she apologizes, but she said they had to save his life when they sever his nerves. Like, she's one of the people that in order to save his life then, or in order to stop him from being in excruciating pain from what had happened to him, which was terrible, she's one of the people that was involved in that.
Yeah.
So you could see that I mean, like, one of the things that's like at least fine is like they at least have some motivations for something. So you see he has reason not to trust her, not to like her, right?
Yeah.
But he also kind of is thankful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they saved his life, really. So he gives and then trusts her. I felt that she was way too needy for what she wanted from his side, and seemed to be giving. And it turns out, yes, she is a villain. She is sleeping with the main villain, who is married, and that's a plot point. And so she's the other woman, and at one point the wife walks in, which it makes no sense that she went to the abandoned warehouse where her husband is like, okay, come on now. If Mark, you saw where they were.
Yeah.
I'm not walking in there just like, oh man, yeah, I know my loved one is in here, but I don't see him outside. This is an abandoned factory. This place looks dirty, dark, and there's probably dudes with knives and syringes in there. I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
She just casually walks in. So she either brave or stupid. Is all I'm saying.
Probably both.
Probably both. But then that leads to her distrusting her husband even more, because she sees those two fooling around, right? And then Darkman sees this, so that plays on into how he gets like closer with the family and gets them. I guess eventually saves them, but like, so the doctor tricks Darkman. They implant something into the base of his spine, and so they can't control him per se, but they can like basically tase him into being passive. And like he can feel that, so that's the only thing he can really feel, is that electricity like zapping him in the back of his skull. Eventually they have a scene which is pretty nasty. He sticks a rusty pair of like pliers in the back of his head and pulls it out. I just thought, Merc, like, wouldn't he pull out a piece of his spine and like just collapse or something?
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Probably forgot his name after fucking sticking the thing in his head.
But like, It has. There's some things about it because
Yeah.
I do like that the practical effects in the movie are still there.
Yeah.
It does not. This even though we have had movies in our verdict that use CG by this point.
Yeah.
This doesn't really do that too much. This one is more of practical effects and stuff. So the him taking the thing out, the surgery and putting it in, it was like they do a pretty fair job of grossing you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even like some of the Darkman kills where he throws the fucking device into the guy's eye and then fries him.
Yeah.
Like that's like, damn, son, what a way to go. But then the cool part, I don't know, I say it's cool. It's not cool. But the part that had me rolling was after and this is after the boss gets busted having the affair, mind you.
Yeah.
The henchman comes in and says, "Boss, we have a problem," and the henchman is still smoking. And you see the boss just go, "Put him out, please." And the guy goes with the fire extinguisher. Cause man's head was still smoking.
Yeah.
Damn. Is this movie rated R?
Yeah, it's rated R.
Because it's pretty graphic. I guess that's about it. Really, like they probably say the F word once in this movie, and there's like a graphic kill.
Yeah.
That's about it, really. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, they don't even show the dude at the end when he gets grinded up. They don't really show much of that. It's all right.
It's okay.
You know what I mean?
It's not. It was it better than the first? The second one, the second movie.
About even, maybe a little like more boring.
Yeah, I think there's.
Is that what I felt?
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
So where are you gonna put this in your list?
I'm gonna give it a 2.75.
2.75. So where are you gonna put it? You have City of Angels, Barbed Wire, RoboCop 3, Dr. Murrid, and Darkman 2.
Above RoboCop 3.
Above RoboCop 3. Okay.
That is a bar. You gotta be real bad, but not so boring that I'm falling asleep.
Okay. So 2.75. I gave it a 2, and I put it right under Darkman 3. Darkman 2.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so right now our top 10 still hasn't changed. Mine right now is still Turtles number 1, RoboCop number 2, The Mask number 3, Batman number 4, RoboCop 2 is number 5, The Crows number 6, Superman 2 is number 7, Blinkman number 8, Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight number 9, and Power Rangers number 10. With your movies, it is RoboCop number 1, Turtles number 2, RoboCop 2 is number 3, Batman's number 4, Toxic Avenger number 5, Superman 2 is number 6, Batman, The Mask is number 7, Blinkman's number 8, Darkman's number 9, and Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight is your top 10. Next week, we have another dumpster fire in Generation X.
This is probably gonna just bore me to tears.
Yeah.
This wasn't even a dumpster fire. It was just like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I give this movie the most shit for? It came up with the premise that it could have been interesting. They wanted to make Darkman, and at one point in the movie, they make Darkman, right?
Yeah.
They give them the strength, and the funniest and best scene is just when they're fucking around with each other.
Yeah.
And being idiots, and you know they can't really control themselves because it's the mental side effects, right?
Yeah.
You never get the big payoff of a big battle, a big blow-off battle between Darkman and these 4 dudes, because they end up just getting shot.
Yep.
By the cops.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That was so whack.
So waste of time.
It was a waste.
Yeah.
They built up to this one big plot point of them assassinating the guy who won the DA race.
Yeah.
And then they didn't even really fight. They ain't throw hands.
Nope. Not at once.
Whack.
All right. So, yep. Next week is Generation X. After that, we have The Phantom, then Vampirella, and Batman and Robin. We are 21 movies left.
Gotcha.
So we're getting there. We are getting there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess that's it.
Yes, sir. Let me thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you catch us anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. And make sure you check out the WordPress.
Yep.
Do it. Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark with the mic. Follow. Easiest way to follow this cast and all our other casts is on Spotify. RedCycloneInc on Spotify. You get our 2 weekly, The Wrestling Babble and the Gamespot podcast, and then our monthly, The Morphin Cast, Not a Trekkie, The Game of Rage, and Shell Shock podcast. So definitely check all those out. Follow our Facebook pages, the Facebook page of The Wrestling Babble and RedCycloneInc. We are very active on there, so check those out. And if you want, send me, everyone in the world, send me like $1, and then I could buy the turtle van.
I'm just saying.
All right, peace out, laters, and always remember,
follow that Jenkins.
Yep,
he's hungry.
Yeah, give him a pita.
No, he doesn't eat pitas. He wants that sandwich.
All right, peace out.
Release the hostages now!